Absolutely Talks, empowering talent for global careers. Brought to you by Absolutely French, presented by Armel Perben.
Hello everyone. So let me start with something I heard some months ago. When you offer an international assignment to a man, he says yes. When you offer it to a woman, she says, I need to talk to my husband. Yes. And right there, everything happens. I've seen it more than once. A talented woman, high potential, identified for an international road, and the opportunity that accelerates careers. She's interested, motivated, capable, but she hesitates. Not because she doubts herself, because she wonders, will my husband be able to work there? What will he do? Does he will follow me? And if there is no professional solution for him, she declines. She stays. She misses the international exposure that changes everything. And then 10 years later, when the final decision is made for the Comex, who has the international experience? Bonus point, do you think? It's a man. So if we truly want more women at the top of organizations, we cannot start at the Comex level. We have to start much earlier at the moment when mobility is offered. So it's why we are here today. So I'm happy to welcome Monique and Solange today to speak about this subject. So I'm Armel Perben. I'm the founder of Absolutely French. And in Absolutely French, we integrate expat spouses and expats in Paris. I started only to integrate expat spouses because I know that the integration of a spouse is key for the expat, and more men are coming, and they need to find a job quickly. I say women also, of course. But for the companies, it's key to have a specific program for a man, so the woman will come. So when the partner is professionally supported, mobility becomes an opportunity. And when the partner is invisible, mobility becomes a sacrifice. And that sacrifice is still too often carried by women. So I'm very happy to welcome Monique and Solange. So Monique, could you please introduce yourself?
Sure. So first, thank you very much for inviting me. So I am Monique. I am Brazilian. I work in a French company for a big while. That's why I came to Paris 2 years ago. But I had also another experience in Argentina before. So this is my second expatriation, and it's still a challenge, a different challenge every day.
Okay, thank you. And you, Solange, could you introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello, everyone, and thank you, Armel, for this invitation. My name is Solange da Silva. I am Angolan. I am here in France since 2023. 2023, yes. Due to my husband's expatriation, and it's nice, but it have how can I say, issues.
Okay, so you are the expat spouse,
Yes.
Solange, yes, and Monique, you are the expat.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. So I'm really happy to have two women for this Women Day today. Looking back, I will start with you, Monique. What role did international mobility play in your career or life choices?
It played a big role, I could say. As I said, it's a challenge every day, but I believe the biggest benefit is the cultural agility that we gain, not only professionally wise, but also personally wise. You are interacting with different personalities, different cultural backgrounds. And it gives us, it turns us a more robust human being, and also, professionally speaking, a global leader. So I do not think it would be possible to have this versatility if we stay in our own cities, own countries. So it's a big challenge, but also a big benefit at the end.
Yes, thank you, Monique. And for you, Solange?
For me, it's deeply impact. In Angola, I am a consultant and I work with people, development, and education. It's for corporate. Came to France. It's a deeply impact on my career because I was in a good moment in Angola.
You stopped your career to come here.
Yes, I stopped.
You are an engineer, no?
Yes.
And you used to work on platform or?
No, I made a transition. I am an engineer, petroleum, and I work in this industry for 5 years. And a time
When you were pregnant?
Yes, when I am pregnant, I stop. And I made a transition for work with on Commons. I think I...
At the beginning?
In the beginning. On commence, je fais cette transition dans ma entreprise. Mais comme c'est un peu difficile parce que je travaillais dans une plateforme. Et après, on ne peut pas continuer dans le même travail.
Okay.
Oui, dans le même travail. Et je fais cette transition et c'est bien. Maintenant, j'adore travailler avec les HR, avec la formation et le personal development. But I need to stop because my husband came to.
So you had one stop during your pregnancy and one stop because of the expat.
Yes.
Okay. So and do you think that the expatriation bring you something?
On commence et c'est difficile parce que l'intégration c'est très difficile.
When you arrived, you didn't know a French word, even one. So it was very difficult.
Yes, it was a bit everything. This moment, but I think it's a turning point when I came here because I think it's a lot of things I learned.
So I think you learned a lot of things that will serve you later.
Yes, I think this mobility, this international mobility is served for learn a lot of things. I know it's a pulse. It's not a loss. I not lost my career. I think this moment I am in transformed this career. I think it's a lot of things and I can put, can I say, a great grade in my career. And now I think my vision is different. I am cultural vision for me as a professional. Yes, I think it's beginning. It's difficult, but now I think it's
maybe more open-minded.
Yes, more open-minded to explore other things, to learn other things, and to become, I can say, professional, most capable.
So for you, it's also, even if you stop your career, maybe it's also an opportunity to do something, to bring something more to your country.
To know other culture, to know other
Okay, thank you so much. Monique, as an expatriate leader, what did your international experience give you that you could not have gained by staying in your home country?
Wow, a lot. Under my scope now, I am interacting with not only the French community, but also, Americans and Indians and Chinese. And as I said, I had this experience before in Argentina. So moving around the countries brings us a versatility and an agility to learn how to interact with people, different behaviors, different backgrounds, different profiles that I believe staying in your home country or your home city would never be as effective in this development as we are, even more in a leadership position, because, leading a team or leading people means how to speak their languages. And when I say language, I'm not speaking about idioms themselves. I'm speaking about behavior and how do they absorb, the messages. And also that's the beauty of diversity, right? You learn from the others, and what was initially true is you learn how to learn and how to dislearn. what you
Yeah.
previously know. So, so yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful opportunity. It's a beautiful opportunity.
And you will, so you stay again 1 year, or do you know?
Well, in theory, I stay for 1 year more, but it can be extended, or I can move to another place. It's still not certain, the destiny.
And what do you want? What would you like?
That's a tricky question that I keep asking myself every single day. But I would say it depends on the professional challenge, but also it depends on my personal status. Because when I moved to France, and it's still the case, I didn't move with my family, so I am single. I do not have kids.
You have a partner?
No.
Okay.
I do not have a partner. And that's also another challenge, because in other previous years, and when I was in Brazil last time, I had a partner, and my moving to France kind of shaped the end of this relationship. Not blaming only the expatriation, but it's something to consider whenever you consider to move. To go for an expatriation, I believe you have to provide to your family and to yourself as well a safe environment and a way to integrate them in the community, because whenever you land in a new country, you already have a life. You already have an occupation. Yes. They do not have it. And even ourselves, in my case, that I came alone.
And you could meet someone here.
Exactly. That's another possibility.
Sure.
And also, when I came alone, we start building a life besides the company, because if you limit your inner circle and, into the corporation world and environment, you will be monothematic. Even in your free time, the subject to be spoken about is only about work. So yeah, the professional life, how you take care and how you address your professional life is as important as the professional challenge. The professional challenge, I can say from an expatriated standing point, is always interesting. It's always interesting. You always find the purpose behind. The personal life dimension, it has to be cared. It has to be cared differently.
Yeah. And do you think it's more difficult to move as a single or as a couple? What do you think? Because did you move to Argentina with someone, or it was only you?
I moved with my previous partner, yes.
Okay.
I do not have kids, so I cannot say, I cannot wear these shoes.
But be a couple abroad or be a single, I think there is a big difference.
Big difference. Big difference. Big difference because first, we are two individuals. We are two different people that we all know. Even in our hometown, is already, a relationship is already a constant challenge of, finding a good compromise between you both constantly on a daily basis. When you move to another country, you gotta provide. You have already a sense of purpose because you went there for work, and you have to provide the same sense of purpose and the same opportunity to integrate in the community to your partner. That has to be aligned with this purpose. What I say is both of us have to be aware and willing to deep dive on the new culture without comparing with our hometown. I can give you an example. Brazil is globally known by its warmth, its hospitality. So it's expected that wherever you move to, you will find some cultural, not because we are Brazilian, but it doesn't matter the background. It's expected that you will find some cultural gaps to fulfill. So in my opinion, the success of an expatriation, either if you are in couple or single, there are challenges, different challenges both ways. You gotta be aware and willing to deep dive on the culture you are going to without looking back to your roots.
And you need to be curious.
Absolutely. I agree. Curiosity is key.
As an expat partner, how did international mobility impact your own professional identity and ambitions? So you started with this one, but what do you think that will change when you will go back?
My vision, I think, has changed. I think also how I see me was a professional. I think now I have a multicultural vision, and because I think it's very important when you came to a mobility even this mobility is for my husband. I came also.
And you are brave because you did it.
I think it's important for me and others expat spouse. It's
expat spouse.
Yes.
Yes, or expat partner.
Yes, I think it's you need to continue. I think you need to be curious. I think you need to make things to don't stop. Even you don't work, but you don't stop. It's important to take do things to improve your career. Yeah, I think when I come back, it's a big things, a big ideas. I can go back with these ideas, and I think it's I have a lot of things to do
when you will go back home.
When you go back home.
Oh, that's very good. So you have many projects.
Yes,
for
many projects. Because I think too much, and for me it's very difficult. Don't talk. But
you like talking.
Yes. Even I remember the first time when I came to Absolute French, I made a conversation with you and the
Ophélie, maybe.
Yes, I think. And I came to home and I say to my husband, wow, I talk 1 hour in English. Yes, because I am curious.
Then now you can talk 1 hour in French. Yes. And much more.
And I think it's I come back with a lot of things. Yes.
Yeah, it's very good. So and it's true what you said. For me, be an expat spouse abroad is also an opportunity for the expat spouse.
Yes.
And we also, a lot of people refuse expatriation because they need to follow their partner. But what you said is very interesting, is that even if you stop your career, it can be very interesting for your future because you learn a lot, and then you open your way of living, your way of thinking, and it's really interesting. So yeah, I totally agree with you. Because without my expatriation, I will never created Absolutely French. So I think it was crucial for my life.
Yes.
Too.
But how could you adapt yourself in all the different countries and cultures you came across, not being, the main character or the person that was leading you to that context? I mean, not choosing that context by yourself, but being the partner of someone that was brought to that place. How could you do that so many times in such a different context?
In fact, I had no choice. I can't say that, because you always have a choice, and you are always the decision maker, because in fact the spouse decides. If the spouse say no, usually the partner say, okay, we don't move. So this is an important point. So I decided to go. So when you decide, then you will need to do an effort to integrate and all of that. But I can tell you the truth, after 5 expatriation, the 6th and the 7th, I was really tired of doing again. Again, I need to go to the people. Again, I need to speak to the people. But what I learned from that is that now I have no problem to speak to anybody. I'm not, before I was very shy. Now I can tell I'm not shy. So, and it's because of that, because I had to go to the people. I had to organize events to meet people. I had to do all of these things that now for me it's normal. But it was not normal at the beginning. So I learned so much, and I met so many different people that now I can meet anybody, and I will be happy to meet this person, because I think I love human people. I love human beings.
That's great. That's great. Well, thank you.
For you both, what were the most significant challenges you faced because you are a woman in international context?
I could say that being a woman, a single woman in a new culture, in a new country, comes together with some biased opinions. Because sometimes we women, we are seen as unsuccessful because we are single, or because we did not build a family, or we did not accomplish the obligation of being a mother. And I could feel sometimes a sort of pity in somebody's eyes, as you were moving to another country without kids, without a husband at this age. So biased opinions. I've already heard as well a sentence like, so this person has to go home because there are kids to pick up. Monique doesn't have kids, so she can stay later tonight, discussing about a project or something. So, this condition, this status as a single woman and without kids comes together with a lot of biases, even more when you move to another country, because in the society eyes, and it's true, it's a life reset. It's a life reset. And how are you doing having a life reset at this age without a partner, without a family? It comes together with a lot of pressure. Sometimes you'll feel that, but I believe this is a challenge that all women face, which is in the company or even in the personal life. In order to be heard, you tend to play the man's role and to raise the voice, which is a threat, I would say, because currently, and I understand it may have been changing for years, but currently we do not have to wear the man's shoes to be heard. We can print our own behavior and our own personality. But it's true, it's a constant change.
Thank you, Monique. And Solange, same question for you?
For me, the biggest challenge, I think it lost a while my sense of professional identity. I think it's an internal process in time. For me, is a challenge because I am a professional and I have a career.
Yeah, you were always a professional.
Yes, and came a while where I am. Yes, where I am. Yes. And
do you feel more invisible?
Yes, with the routine. The house routine, for me, it's difficult on beginning. Stay with kids and do every single day
the same
cooking.
thing.
And yes, it's a challenge, a big challenge for me or beginning. But I think it's...
So now it's you used to do it.
Yes.
So now it's fine.
Yeah, now it's fine, but it was difficult
at the beginning.
At the beginning, to create a routine and love this routine because it's difficult.
But you didn't lose confidence.
Yes.
So it's really good. You are really good, because sometimes for some partners, they really lose confidence because they don't have any more stature in the society.
Yes.
So they're the spouse of the expat. So it could be very difficult.
I think for me, what helped me, it's my curiosity. And I don't know, how can I say in English?
Because you speak the same language. She's brave.
I'm not ashamed.
And you like talking.
Yes, and I like talking.
So you need to go to speak to people.
And beginning, I speak with a boulanger. Yes, I speak with...
you speak to everybody.
Everybody. And for me, it's important when I choose the house when I came. I think I talk with my husband, because when you go out, I go with coffee and I stay in coffee to talk with people, to do things. Yes, for me, this is an escape. Yes, because staying home all day, I think, no, it's not good for me. And for me, it's good.
Thank you, Solange. Monique, why do you think international experience is still so critical for women who want to access executive or Comex level positions?
I could say the main challenge is how to handle the family context, for sure. How to handle the family context if you have kids, or how you will integrate your husband into the new community or society. Depending on the age of the kids is also another challenge. When they are in the schooler age, they are busy, they have their activities, but afterwards, how do you provide the sense of community to them? I believe that's historically speaking and culturally speaking, it's always the women that is supposed to follow men, right? And this girl power or women autonomy has beautifully increased over the last years, but we cannot deny that, to realize, to promote a cultural change, it takes years and years, generations and generations. We are coming, slowly coming, but it's happening. But it has an impact yet on the number of women that take the challenge and say yes to an expatriation. Also, the number of men that say an yes, that say a go, let's go, to women that have the opportunity to be expatriated and to assume, at least for a certain period of time, the position or the place of the second player in the game, not the main character. That for men is a bit challenging yet. I believe we have beautiful cases, beautiful business cases worldwide. And, the advent of internet makes us, get to know these cases. So we are more and more raising the flag of girl power, autonomy, and we can be the main characters. Yes. But it would take more time. It would take more time.
Yeah. Because, in Absolute French, we integrate expats also, not only expat partners. And I've seen just 1 month ago, one lady who came here as an expat, and she is in couple, but she came alone. So we are still in 2026 and it still happened. So yes, things are moving, but I'm still sometimes just shocked because it still happened. But she came, so she's really brave.
Yeah, absolutely. I also admire this person. I also have somebody in mind, came into my mind. Yeah, this person has to be brave because it's not only convincing yourself that you can do it, it's convincing the entire entourage, as you say, the entire inner circle, that you can do it, assuming that your partner, will take more time to follow you or will not take the time at a certain point. It demands for sure.
And the time is flying very quickly, so I think we need to conclude the conversation. So it was really good to have you. So if you had one message for global mobility and HR leaders today, what would it be to help build stronger female leadership pipelines through international mobility? Solange, what do you think?
I think the teams with mobility, HR person, all of these people that do these things, I think it's important they look at for the impact for the mobility in mental health and in well-being. I think for the expat partners with me, because impact directly and well-being the employees.
So you mean that the well-being of the expat spouse impacts the expat performance?
Yes, and performance. And I think it's important for the company. It's important because that person you made you do a mobility for this person. And I think it's important the environment this person.
Yeah.
It's good and the person it's fine. I think it's the mobility teams and HR must become empathy and humanity and look this time of our lives.
Yeah.
Important and change everything. Change our lives, change the life of our kids. And I think it's changed the family, all family. And I think it's important.
Yeah, and I agree with you. And I can tell you that human resources people in mobility are very human.
Yes.
Sometimes they think logistics, process, immigration, and they sometimes forget the human being behind that.
Yes, they are human, but I think it's more how you say. I think they need made up programs then with this sense of vision, a program that it's not
to integrate the spouse.
Yes, we're not, even you speak, okay, it's important, but you need other things. And I think it's moment I interpret them, my husband interprets, okay, we have things, but I think it's...
and you were lucky, you had us.
Yes.
You had absolute French.
Yes, yes, but it's not a lot of
very expat spouses
yes.
who get this service.
This moment I made a program with others expat spouses. I told with Armel, I made a group in WhatsApp group for talking, for encourage ourselves, for made a coffees, for do things for it's I think this is necessary because we don't have family and we need to support, we need to talk,
Thank you, Solange. The same question for you, Monique? Yeah.
I would also add to the HR or mobility community to see the family of that expat as individuals. Do not stick only to your checklist on visa, immigration stuff, housing, and Think that they are moving. The expat itself is moving to a context with tasks to be done, with a life set up already established. The family is moving to a parallel dimension, thinking on the integration in the community as individuals. There is no by the book in terms of integration and, community sense. There is no by the book. They are individuals.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you. It's a good conclusion, I would say. Thank you to our speakers for your honesty and your insight. It was very interesting. You can rewatch this episode on YouTube. You can listen all our podcasts on all podcast platforms. And in April, I will have the pleasure of welcoming Aline Brisset. She's the International Mobility HR at Saint-Gobain, and she was also an expat before. So we will continue the discussion from the perspective of corporate responsibility. So thank you for being here. You are a wonderful woman, really. And I'm happy to see you soon for the other Absolutely Talks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Admiral. Thank you, Monique.
Thank you.